Good morning folks, hope you're keeping well. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, lazy Sunday morning, and I'm out for a lazy day. We'll see how that pans out, eh? Picking up from last week really, I was a bit too early for the autumn colour, so today, by the look of some of this, I've got a better chance. There's a lot more of it around, particularly on the shrubs. Canopy is changing. Top of the trees there's turning nice and autumnal. I've come to a place which doesn't get a lot of traffic. The trails are narrow, everywhere's quite overgrown. Hopefully today I can get in on some of this stuff at ground level, try and find a few interesting little compositions. I'll probably find a spot somewhere to throw the drone up, and really that's it. It's a bit of an explore, adventure, random mooch. Okay. So as I find any compositions, I shall drop what I'm doing, bring you back and explain my thinking. So till then, I'll see you in a bit. What's that crawling down there? Somewhere at the base of this little bush. That's it. Wonder if it was a fairy. It's an interesting piece of woodland, this is. There's a huge trail. You see the tree line over in the distance, just it runs all the way along and carries off down into the distance over there. And then there's this huge plot, and it's a mixture of all sorts. We've got young and old trees, mature trees, lots of shrubbery and fern, bracken, spiders. It's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So the weather forecast was a little bit of cloud, then it clears, but we had like a 40% chance of rain, so I don't know how that exactly works, but an indication of the day perhaps it's going to be changeable, and as a result unpredictable. So we just got to deal with what we get as we get it. What a cool place. Some nice light over there. Some nice contrast over there. And as I usually do, so let's go down here. It's hardly wider than your boot. I come down here quite frequently because as you're walking along and you can see the trees behind me, it's like constant shock after shock after shock, even though I know where most of the trees are now. Then you just come across fellas like this. The difficult thing for me to accept here is that back off in the trees, particularly on my left, your right, is just glimpses of other ancient oaks. And I know the wood goes on for a while. It's just not easily passable. Oh. See, just wandering along, minding my own business. This dude. How cool. And I'm loving the brown forest floor. In fact, we might have a composition here. Put this tripod down, take my breath. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll have a composition for you. This is... It's changing so fast. Got a light coming in here now. Streaming in. It was just completely grey a short while ago. It's just as I thought, just as I predicted it would be changeable, and it really is. It's taking its time though, it's thinking about what it's doing. I think the sky's looking quite blue, so at least for the next probably hour or so we should have a little bit of bonkers diffuse light now and again. This composition is tough, and this chappie is trying to devour me. He's awesome. It's just an absolutely awesome tree. But I really like the light touching the face of this log with all the moss on there, and then the brown in the background and the light just coming through. But the light is the problem because this is so shaded here. The dynamic range between those highlights and this shadow is too broad. I'm still working out the Samyang lens, 18mm f2.8 auto. So after a good wee while of trying to work on a composition, I've been all the way around here looking back this way to try and get the light on the face of the tree, but then the log is in shadow and it doesn't work. This composition, I love the little bit of green leaf showing where, not in the full swing of autumn yet, the beautiful colour, this pale green, copper green kind of colour on the face of the old trunk, and this fallen limb with just the mere suggestion of that moss there in the background illuminated. But the highlights have been really battering me. That's the shot I took. You can see how different the light is to now. That's then, and this is now. You see how bright it's got. So I shot that at f11. It was 1.3 seconds exposure, ISO 100, and yeah, I know there's a lot more up here, so I don't want to waste too much time in one spot fighting for something that I'm probably never going to get. I'm going to move on. I'm going to keep moving. Yeah, try and find a better composition, something a bit more motivating, because I don't think this one's going to work out particularly well. But we'll see. Post-processing can do some magic now and again, can't it? Right, onwards. I'm really chasing autumn right now. I'm just mesmerised by the old trees, and look at that. Man alive. How can you walk along a path and just happen upon him with him in the background? Another one on the right here, on a trail that's no wider than your boots. It's mad, isn't it? And I always fight this place. I always do battle with it. I'm chasing autumn. Keep looking for the next colour, the next colour, the next colour. It's not here yet. It's just not here yet. These leaves are green. It's green, look. Everywhere's green. It's green. Green, green, green. Look how green it is. Not that bit of yellow. Oh, it's green. Don't like admitting it. I'm in submission mode. I'm going to submit to what is. I'm not going to fight it today. I'm just not. I'm going to come back. And I'm going to keep coming back until it gives it up. I'm going to keep coming back until I get that shot of autumn that I need. I need it because this is the month in which I'm starting my shooting in earnest for next year's calendar. I plan to do a calendar next year. I was going to do one this year, but COVID saw that off. So I need a shot out the next 3 or 4 weeks that's going to give me a sense of the month of October, you know. That's on my mind constantly. It's always there. And each month, until I get that shot and I'm completely satisfied with it, that will be there with me all the time, every day. Literally every day. I've got the theme of, obviously, this place, the ancient woods of Sherwood. If that's not enough, I don't know what is, but I have to come to a conclusion about which type of shot I'm going to include. I don't have a determined style. I'm a bit of a free spirit. So do I give you 12 trees, the 12 trees of Sherwood? Do I give you mono? This is my biggest consideration. I feel really lent towards shooting mono and trying to grab atmospheric shots of this place. So rather than the 12 trees of Sherwood, I'll give you the 12 atmospheres of Sherwood working through the year in monochrome, just to make it a little bit different to the norm, you know. I'm in a quandary, and I'd really appreciate any tips, advice, thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think? What would you do? Shoot trees, landscape, atmospheres, intimate shots, colour, flat colour, vibrant colour, monochrome, black and white. So this vlog, for want of a better word, started out with the intention of shooting autumn. It's only a week since the last time I failed, and I'm not going to succeed today. I might get 1 or 2 nice shots, and I'm going to keep shooting. I will bring you back if I get any compositions. Okay, we got a couple of casual shots. Nothing spectacular. Just navigate this water obstacle. No bother. Yuck. Yep. We have a chunk of bright sunlight now. And there's a chance that's going to be with me for the rest of the day, which ain't ideal. See, that's the problem now, is the highlights are too bright and the shadows are shadows. It's funny, you know, just as I'm panning along then with no intention of taking a shot anywhere, you see the highlights too bright and the shadows are the shadows. But then I just caught these 2 silver birch trunks, only little ones. Got the soft, delicate light just catching them on the face. Not much of a subject, is it? Oh my. Oh my. That's going to be too bright, I think. Highlights here are going to be too much. Shame, because up to that point it's quite nice. Can I go portrait? Don't know, let's give it a go. Don't know how anybody else shoots. Well, I know how some YouTubers shoot because the show's on YouTube, but for me it changes. Sometimes I'm very clear and I know what I want before I see it, and that's it. I go for it. I get it sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. And then other times, like today, when I'm just out casually, I don't get... It's more difficult in some respects because everything's a composition. I don't have any clarity of thought. So I'm hunting, I'm looking, and I'm mooching around, and so much beauty, which is in contradiction with the fact that you don't consider them suitable photographic compositions, and that leads you into the thought of, what am I actually looking for, you know? What does me anyway? It's a very interesting psychology, I find. I think it's one of the things that draws me back to it time and time again, is trying to understand not just light, which is enough of a subject on its own. There was some huge black thing just swooped through the woods then. I knew exactly where he was going. It's not just about understanding light, it's also about understanding contemporary photography, the modern take on it. We have tools and tricks and software. Just trying to make sense of the whole thing. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing. Combine that with the ultimate beauty of nature. You wouldn't think it'd be so frustrating, would you? Cobweb. Trying to shoot this tree. The 18mm lens on still. And this fella here, this monster, he's encroaching. That branch there, the big limb, covers the face of this tree. And up in the top of the canopy here, where we've got the massive foliage there belonging to this fella, we have this coming in from over here, and I can't separate them. I can't put any distance between the camera and this tree. I'm just going to have one more go at it, and then honestly, I don't think I'm going to get anything like a decent image, so I'm not going to waste your time by talking through a composition of something that's half-hearted, half-arsed. So beautiful though. I mean, look at the branch. It really is an incredible work of art. And coming back to the calendar subject, oh crikey, look at the lens, it's covered in muck. That's better. Sorry about that if it looked foggy. It's not. Yeah, coming back to my earlier question about calendars. Black and white. Probably in late autumn, early winter. God forbid we get any snow. Wow, what a shot we could get here. Snow covered. The sun is now out, yes, that's right, and it's not going anywhere fast. So I'm in this dense undergrowth, just having a quick cup of coffee. Taking a minute. I'm not going to strain myself anymore. It's been quite a challenging morning, really. What with the light, and it's now very bright, temperature's raising, the wind's getting up. I'm not likely to have a lot of quality time left here, I don't think, today. So I'm just going to get the drone up. Hopefully it's not too windy up there, that I can get a little bit of altitude and try and get a bird's eye view of the ancient woodland over to my right. And there's a few humans wandering along, I can hear them chatting. So I'll wait until they've disappeared and I'll get that done. Anyway, enough waffle. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care of one another, and as ever, if you can't be good, just be careful. And I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye for now.